now on Omen. Before, Brax was the one using Cypher. Now AZK is actually using Cypher. So the versatility coming out from a lot of these players is insane, showing that it doesn't really matter what map it is. I can use almost any agent. It's just how I'm feeling it, what position I'm playing as well. So that could be another reason why they're comfortable using Omen, using Cypher on different people. Because you look at the other hat, Skadoodle's going to go ahead and stick to what he knows. Hiko's going to go ahead and stick to what he knows, as long with nothing as well. So we got three of the same champions. Even though Cypher's the same champion, he's being used by AZK this time around, and they bring in Omen, so it's separating a difference in composition on side of Team Nothing.
As did you see that where that camera was set for Cypher? It was like tucked in the corner. Someone in the chat isn't just Sony or Sony E. I don't know. Hey, I typed in Sony E pronunciation, and that's what it gave me. That's what it gave me. Regardless, his team is right now down 0-1 against Team Nothing, and at this moment right now, Team Nothing is attacking on Haven. So it's up to it's a defense right now. So defense is happening. We have Team Nothing playing defender here. Again, the higher seed gets to pick where they start off, and Team Nothing choosing to be defender, as Scott does get BCJ at mid. Hiko kind of moving himself around here. And bang. Actually,
you got it right the first time. You had it right the first time.
You see it,
but this is the first time we're actually seeing it the other time around. Normally, time and time again, because you said it right there that you were right about that. The higher seeded team picks map number 1. In a best of 1, obviously, there's only one map. Since this is now a best of 3, the lower seeded team gets to pick in map number 2. So this, like I said, this is going to be the first time Team Nothing starts off on attack. Time and time again, as the higher seeded team, they get to choose to play defensively, get to let the other team use all their strategies and develop and see exactly what they're going to throw. This time around, they are the ones having to throw out all their offensive strategies and things like that and give everything in their hand over to Team Sony E. That way, when Team Sony E is on offense, they can make their audibles and adjustments depending on what they see here.
I mean, you got to get everybody getting used to the observation client right now. Just taking a look right there. Team Sony E on defense as Team Nothing is making an aggressive push. We got this nice little crow's nest look down below. You're just seeing how close and tight it is at B site. And it looks like the Team Nothing gets right in there. And this is what Team Sony was doing against the other in the semifinals against Jake and Bake right there. Jake and Bake. They were able just to push right into B site and just throw it down. And with Breach and with Sage and all these kind of awesome agents, they're able just to not let anybody get close. And it looks like Sony out there all by himself, gonna just sit there and just wait. And maybe not give the other team credits, but I just feel like the momentum from the previous match as he went out there with it looks like it was BCJ actually. They made the switch. BCJ with the Sage shorty play, doing all he can just to get his team a couple of monies.
And I talked about Team Nothing and their composition. We got the Sage, we got the same Breach. This time Jet makes an appearance, followed by the same Sova and that Cypher. So Jet, once again, on this map, seems to be a nice pick from a lot of people, as you see Scott kind of juggling over a weapon to one of his teammates, saying, hey, I bought this for you, take it. Take it now. Merry Christmas, as now the round is going to start. 2-0 lead for Team Nothing early on as attackers. They get what I would think is kind of their preferred side when it comes to how they're executing a lot of their strategies. If this isn't their preferred side, maybe they need to go back to the drawing board and rethink about which side is their preferred, because they are so dominant as the attackers.
Yeah, well, as soon as they get one condition, just like usual, Brax now going through it. This is exactly how it played out. They're gonna, I think that, I don't know, calling the annexation of Puerto Rico play, where Brax just goes ahead and planks right over while the rest of the team goes down A long and a couple goes down A short. Brax does get a pick. Now he's gonna look for Cypher, and Cypher's hanging on C long. So this is what happens. Brax just gets the person at B site, then he hunts down Cypher. So there's not gonna be no ability to rotate over. But at A site, all the defenders just squash out the entire attacker side except for Cypher at A short. So now the advantage goes to Team Sony right now, hanging out at A site, looking around, and Brax is over here. Now we're on board with Brax, as you saw there. He's hunting for Cypher. Still credits on the line here, Jacob, but we're seeing like you're going to see this play over and over again every time they go against A site.
Yep. You see, talk about Brax hunting down Cypher, that play over towards A site right now. It does look like it's kind of locked down, but as I say, that AZK, as that Cypher gets the angle, gets the kill, taking out Stanny, who's also playing as a Cypher. But there it goes, BCJ with a quick kill, taking out AZK, leaving all by his lonesome. Brax, Paranoia is going to come out, possibly start cover waiting as well.
He already chunked it out, and it's Omen versus Sage, and BCJ
Ooh.
gets the 4-piece round right there. And it's a 1-2. Again, this is best out of 3 grand finals. Team Nothing already getting the first opening match on Bind. So it's up to Sony to slow this down, to send this into a third and final match. Regardless, charity is going to be the true winner here. COVID-19 relief charities are going to be getting $20,000 total from all our competitors. The top 4 get donations in their name. First place is going to do a $12,000 donation. Second place is going to be $5,000. So regardless, these competitors have to feel good. If you'd like to see the perspectives, go to boom.tv/code green, click on the links of all our competitors and drop them a follow, maybe a sub, maybe a Twitch Prime, whatever you feel is good. As we're seeing Nothing here, Team Nothing on the attacking side, he does get a nice dark cover from his Omen buddy Brax, and now he's hanging out in the cubby hole. He's going to see, yeah, he's going to see what's going to happen, because now it looks like it's going to be a C push. I think they're going to try to get a pick on Cypher, and no one's an A short for the attackers. It's all up there in the bottom mid for the attackers, hanging out near double doors. Now they're going back over to mid courtyard. A little slow play right here, and the defense is now getting closer. Look at the line of defense. No one's in A site. A short is being covered by Sage, and the double doors is being covered by Brimstone here. And on board here with Lex, looking at the double doors, looking down to mid courtyard, to bottom mid. He's going to throw out his Brimstone, just slow him down to Brimstone. Almost gets Cypher, and Cypher has to bail. That means that is clear for the attacker side to go down to C long, and here they go, and Cypher's going to have a battle himself. Big time trades are happening right around that box. Cypher gets a big hit right there, and now Sage is hanging on the corner. I expect the wall bang for Stanny. Whoop, and easy lifted, gets a nice headshot, but wow, that was a big time play. That probably threw him off, as Ska is still up and gets a resurrection. Brax and Ska Doodle right now holding it down, and down goes the spike. What an interesting cheeky play right there from Ska.
Wow, that's 2 quick kills. Grego's trying to make a clutch play. Spike is down, though, and Grego's at less than half HP as the Jet. He gets onto the site. An opportunity there slipped from his hands as AZK quickly strikes, countering a possible 1v3 situation to close out that round. You got to give it to him for Team Nothing as well, as they go up 3-1. They already have a map under their belt. This is a best of 3, so they're on match point here in terms of maps if they want to close it out. But it's going to be up to Team Sony E to force a game number 3 to keep this one going. There's still a ton, and when I say a ton, action left in the game, Sancho, I mean it, because this is only the early portions of game number 2.
I don't know, man. Team Nothing is on a terror right there. That was such a big play from Skadoodle, able to get the wall off, making that player go up a little higher than expected, then gets the resurrection, because that resurrection was the play right there, because Brax was able to get the job done. As you can see, AZK with the cheeky camera spot looking right over on the tree. I'm sure you're out there learning, taking notes if you're a Cypher fan, but that's going to get that A long that they're looking for. They're looking for the wall bang. This double doors is armored, and immediately they bring that down so they can kind of spray through it. There is, I think, a Cypher just hugging that wall, praying for dear life. Maybe they won't get it. The Cyber cage does go out, and they're just bullying him right into the corner as Brimstone are hanging out at mid doors and garage, and then it looks like it's going to be a B site assault, Jacob.
Yep, it does, but that was a free kill for, I do believe, Brax over, not Brax, but Hiko over towards C side of the map.
Another big play.
Brax gets taken out by Sony E, though. Even though Bomb is down, it does look like Sony E has full control over towards B site, but that's because Team Nothing planted it in a certain position to where they can watch it from the entire courtyard. Look at the flank coming out towards the top portion of the map. That is Nothing trying to make a play. He actually gets caught out by Lex. He spots that one coming from a mile away. They're still in a 2v3. They're still at a disadvantage, especially with the spike down. I don't know if they're going to be able to get it, especially with AZK taking out Sony there to end the round, and that's going to be it as they go and turn and hide. He's trying to go for a full save here, but if I know Team Nothing, they're going to try and hunt him down on the C site. 5 seconds left. AZK and Hiko actually get blown up by the bomb, and that in itself saved the round, or saved the utility for that last remaining member on that side.
So check it out. This is what they're doing as I'm like closely observing what Team Nothing is doing. They are putting down a barrier orb. So they're planting right in front of the door of B site. Because of that, they're allowed to retreat back into mid courtyard to mid window. But they're putting it down to where the point where the boxes are there as a way to kind of like, it's literally in the most smallest corner you can think of, and to be able to get there you're gonna have to cross right in front of that door, and when you cross in front of that door you're gonna get melted. And so what they all do is they kind of just go back and retreat into mid courtyard, and allowing that barrier orb to kind of just destroy A short, destroy the B back of B site, and kind of like funnel everybody through the C connector. And the only way you could get there is through the double doors, and in the double doors there's someone sitting there waiting. So it's such an intelligent way for defense after making the plant for Team Nothing.
I think Brax used his ultimate, got behind enemy lines. That's his second kill on Lex. He got Sony E first. That was a third as Skadoodle and AZPA pick up the fourth and the fifth. Brax, I assume it was his ultimate because I have no idea how he got behind enemy lines in the fashion that he did, because I was laughing to myself looking at the minimap saying Jet really ran across the map for a heal from her Sage, but it was Brax getting behind enemy lines, cleaning up 3 members of Team Sony E en route to that win.
I don't understand Team Nothing. I'm trying to do some commentary and break down what you're doing. Maybe someone out there on YouTube who watches Valorant could break down the gameplay a little bit more in depth than I can in the moment notice, but they're immediately getting more points as I'm still mid breaking down here. But as you see, a nice C-long push. Now the pedal is to the metal as they're pushing up aggressively and using the dark cover, able to get Lex right there, Brax, and now it's a quick C plant, and now Team Sony E is struggling, everything's just collapsing, and they're not going to be able to this strong C push as Brax is slowed down by the orb, but it doesn't matter. He does have a very strong angle down to B side. He's going to be able to get this quick. Oh, but he's get caught in the animation. Oh my goodness, I've been there before when you're trying to do something clever and you get caught in animations, and that's something to learn from. Even the pros make the same mistakes, but that was a big push. But BCJ using the Sheriff, laying down the law, getting himself 2 eliminations back there at C. Link making his way over to the C site, and there are 2 team members of the Team Sony E back there in C Link, and finally BCJ does go down. ACK getting that job done with the long distance, and no doubt this is going to be another point here for Team Nothing. And now it's up to the poor Sova, which is I think that's Mike there, having to get away, but nope, unable to get away, gets eliminated, and more money going to the strong team of Team Nothing. Their economy is high, baby, all the way up.
Team Sony E has to grasp that something here. Has to win a couple of these rounds here while they're on defense. We talk about how defense is typically the preferred side. If you're every other team but Team Nothing here, as they are up 6-1, and the majority of their rounds in this tournament has come from the attacking side, especially when it came to the championship bracket. You see Grego with a little bit of a cheeky angled over towards back B. He did get the lift. He is playing as Jet, one of the few characters that can get up these angles.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's trying to get that pick. He's trying to get that mid. He understands how important it is to get that opening one right there, but caught kind of in the reload. Nothing gets rid of Grego, and down goes the op at B site. And I think this is what I'm talking about. You're gonna see the, as you see with the plant right there, it's gonna come from Sage. If you're looking right at the map, Sage has the map. You're gonna see the wall that's gonna come out very shortly. Here it comes. Watch. I like this angle that we have here. Sage is gonna plant right there. You see right below in the middle of your screen. She's gonna throw up her wall right there on this right side. Here it comes at an angle. As soon as she puts it up, you're gonna see it's gonna happen very shortly. And then they put the wire traps on the other side. And I think maybe she already used her orb. Yeah, there's a lot of slow down potion. There is her wall. She chooses to use it at the bottom right there to stop all this kind of push. There's Cypher's trap slowing down the other side and the connecting, and they're not going to be able to have time to plant here. It's basically a 3-2 attacking, and Ska hiding right there. It's a 2v1, and all Skadoodle has to do is just slow down BCJ. BCJ trying to cover using that own wall to Sage, going for the fake defusal, and just gets clutched out by Ska with a 3-piece. That's a little bit of changer in the mix-up right there, but using that wall after plant has been the big play for Skadoodle.
Yep, and saving it as long as you possibly can. You know, when you have 2 Sages matched up against one another in those situations, if you both of your Sages save the wall for post-plant scenarios, you can either wall them off if you're defense to make sure that they can't escape after the plant so they don't get that easy angle over towards B mid, or you use it offensively and block off just like you saw right there, and that's exactly what both of these Sages from both teams are trying to do. Obviously, if you have to use your wall a little bit earlier, you go ahead and throw it out, but Once you save it, once you're the last person with the wall, that gives you such a huge advantage how you want to do it. You can realistically take over a game if you use it a little too soon, along with those slow orbs as well.
Yeah, and now they condition the defending team to kind of watch C and B, and here they go doing their A. I'm expecting to see the Omen. Actually, it is Brax at the lead point right here, getting a 2-piece right out the gate, getting a 3-piece. I feel like everybody in Team Nothing at least has a 3 to 4 round in this entire tournament. Every time is one after another, picking up the slack in the frags and looking at the backside. Brax has a clear way all the way in their spawn, and it's all the way on B side. Lex all by himself. They don't even have the bomb. They just decided to just murk everybody out, and Team Nothing's going to pick up another point in this dominating display of skill, dominating display of tactics. As now it goes, there it goes. Sage is going to go ahead and plant at A, and Skadoodle's going to pack the spike, and nothing gets destroyed there, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be another point, because I don't think you're going to go through. You could get through one, but can you get to 2 to 3 CS pros? I don't think so.
His next opposition is going to be Brax. He has his back turned. Finally, doesn't know. Brax is on his left. He has his back kind of turned to him. Brax waits in the corner. He knows he was there because Lex did take out one of his teammates. So another round victory. 8-1. 8-1 is a massive lead for Team Nothing going into the half here. It's going to be 12 rounds before we go into halftime. We've already done 9. We're watching our 10th here.
Yeah, and again, for the people in the chat, if you want to get $10, make sure that you download the Cash App app. Use promo code Twitch TV. Refer your friends to get $5 as well. And for the people using their Cash App, and I could probably say this, I could probably get it tattooed on my face because you're gonna keep doing it. But no, that we are all done with the $10,000. You got to come back next time if you want to do all that. But stick around, because don't you want to see this amazing finish, this amazing skill, learn from the best when it comes to Valorant, this early, we said this before early in the broadcast, Jacob, that the early teams that put down big time shows in the tournaments, they're the ones that they get vaulted up into every time they stream as a content creator, as a professional, they get vaulted up the numbers. People want to learn from the best, learn from Team Nothing, because they're doing it right now here at Code Green.
Yep, Brax going down 2 quick dark covers, flying himself a small passage, but it's not as safe passage as him and AZK do get taken out. Skadoodle 1v4 situation. Grego is going to go ahead and put a stop to that one.
Right.
Disarm finally looked like it's coming out. 8-2 now. But actually, I don't know. Don't think the disarms. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
they're giving it to them. They want to give those extra bit of credits over.
Yeah, absolutely. So and the interesting thing, for those of you who never played Valorant, the bullet stun is really high. If you get hit by a bullet, you're not going to be able to out dodge it, and compared to like different games, it feels like you get hit with like a mini stun. So if you get hit, it's your best interest to just do your best to stay calm, cool, and collected, and click heads, because this is only a mouse and keyboard game and on PC. So at the time being, so you're not gonna see any controller players out here. It's all mouse and keyboard. You can see all nothing but aim skill in a lot of game senses. We're kind of flying over everybody. We're taking a look at the entire attacking squad. This is going to be 2 more rounds left in this first half, so they have the ability. Oh, Grego finally gets what he's looking for. Hiko goes down in a blaze of glory, gets hit right in the head with the op, but no doubt Sage is gonna probably get that nice res. And here comes the attack coming right up the mid. They're going to push Grego. Even though you have an op, it's very difficult to defend yourself. And Brimstone knew that. Use the sky smokes and get it right into the site, and it's available. He's going to kind of like set up to cover the other angles. Omen goes to the shadow step, enter the shadows, goes right behind the entire team right here. He's going to go pick off, I think, the A site defender as the plant goes down at B site. So oh my goodness. Nothing gets BCJ at the link. Down they go. So yep, that's a easy defense right there. A site, and you have someone coming down B window very slowly. That's Brimstone, and Brimstone gets taken out by Scott. Scott taking out Lex with the wall bang. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
5v1 now. You got to think this one's all but over right now. You got to think he's going for a save as well. There's 1 round left. So he wants to build up as much economy, as much arsenal as he can going into that last round. He's just got to hope he doesn't get hunted down, because that's exactly what Team Nothing is doing right now, and they're doing it so freely. They're watching very few angles to see Brax just randomly shooting, trying to get a little bit of a wall bang. No one is close enough. I do believe maybe AZK has that Cypher across the map, but there's not enough time to continue hunting him down. So Team Nothing, 9-2 after 11 rounds, one more round into the half. You got to wonder, does Sony E have enough to go ahead and full buy into it? Yes, they do. But
It's
that's going to
interesting,
be
man.
Grego actually go ahead and buys an op. I wonder if he has any shields there on him.
Yeah, you're taking a look at it. Look at that red on the scoreboard. It just means every single time the attacking team has win, despite whatever the other team does, it's all red for them. And that's going to be all green here at Code Green Valorant Invitational presented by Cash App. Green is making this tournament go. The gas is on high for Team Nothing to kind of secure the top donation for COVID-19 charity relief. It's going to be $12,000 so far. I'm not seeing any kind of miracle happening. It's going to take a monstrous, comeback, a monstrosity of decline from Team Nothing and a monstrous comeback from Team Sony E. But the true monster that's happening out there, of course, is COVID-19, and we're going to do our best to fight it. And the $12,000 will help everybody out there in the front lines out there for, health profession, things of that sort. As you see here, it is still a full 5v5. Unable to get any kind of opening. Team Sony just, I think it's surprising. The only team that gave Team Nothing the biggest problem was Space Lion, and they fell in the group stage. As you see, AZK picking up Grego, who had the op for them. And again, knowing that an op is protecting, you could be a little bit aggressive. Knowing that all you have to do is jiggle, peek a little bit, bait out the shot, and you're gonna get caught. You're gonna catch them in the reload. Out comes an orbital strike. And yeah, you see Cypher's camera right there. I would like to see maybe a Cypher camera here to make sure, to help out who's ever covering, to help out Grego. As you see, AZK going to use that ultimate ability. Orbital strike goes out, but I think it's all but a wrap here, Jacob.
Yep, I agree with you. Only 8 seconds left. Players trying to get on side. Lex getting killed. AZK going to go ahead and take him out. Bomb actually does go down, though. Team Nothing going to go ahead and prolong this round just a little bit longer. They have a 2v1 situation. Make that a 2v0 as Skadoodle takes out Lex. And there you have it. Going into the half, 10-2. Now we're switching sides. Now we're going to see that score. The side switch. Team Nothing now on defense. Team Sony E now on offense. And if the day has taught me anything, it's if you have any opportunity to score some rounds, it is while Team Nothing is on defense. But the damage has been done. Does Sony E have enough motivation? Do they have enough left in the tank, enough gas, enough stamina, enough endurance left to make a comeback?
I'm not sure. We're going to go ahead and get that switch to happen up the top very, very shortly. But yes, there it is, the switch. Team Nothing is up in a dominant fashion in this grand finals best of 3, already having won underneath the belt. Team Sony E looking for the win here and the run back. And that's what it's going to take to be able to walk away with that big $12,000 donation going to COVID-19 charity. Nothing with an aggressive spot here. I think they're moving up the defensive line, knowing that they have full confidence. They could kind of be a little bit more reckless as the entire team of the attackers are coming down A long. We're going to have some setups here at Heaven and A short a little bit here. As you can see, flying right over, being aggressive here. Now that it's a pistol round, you can kind of get up and close. Down goes that a defender right behind the box hit. But ooh, AZK getting the head bop on Stanley right through the smoke. Lex trying to do his best. Hiko getting down. AZK getting one on Lex. And that's before you know it, the attacker is down to 1, and that is Sony E with the able to get that nice long distance ghost hit right there.
He needs plays like that a little more frequently. 40 HP left on Brax, full HP left on Hiko. Up against the Sony E, against Sova. Gotta wonder how much time left on the recon bow.
He kind of just went down. He has about 18 seconds here. I don't think he's going to have time to wait for that recon bow. Out goes their dark cover, and I'm expecting a shadow step possibly. I would like to see a shadow step onto this box that's right then and there, because he's not going to expect that one. I'm not sure if he has any of the shadow step available there for Brax, but Brax is really low. Brax could break Sony out, and then Breach, who's just played by Hiko, could kind of finish him off. So that's what you normally see when someone's low. He does shadow step somewhere, not 100% sure. He could be just tucked behind this box. He actually shadow steps to A long, so now he's holding on a different angle. I think that's what's happening. He's gonna bait him out. He's gonna stand right here and get this bait out for Breach, who is sitting at the spawn, but actually time has expired and a point goes towards the defender side. But that was kind of interesting. That was like a nice little stalemate, and he just harassed Sony a little bit to not be able to at least do anything out of that A short site.
Yep, and since that was the pistol round, I would love to see him at least make an attempt. Doesn't want to give any more credits over does he has to, but realistically, a couple of couple quick headshots, you put yourself in the driver's seat, especially since Brax was down 40 HP or less there at that scenario to end the round. So I want to see them take more high-risk plays to get themselves back into this game, because right now 12 or 11-2 is not where you want to be, and you need to start taking chances, taking the game in your own hands. Brax, AZK are going to do just that, and they actually push out while on defense. A huge double kill for AZK. Finally, Lex is going to get a double kill of his own, taking out both Nothing and AZK. Hiko is going to do what he can to keep those numbers in favor of Team Nothing. 3v1 scenario. Jet's going to be the only one left alive. Could easily move down C long way, but without the spike, he's not going to be able to get it down because he's going to have to circle back eventually and find himself. But he's going to see Skadoodle in front of him in just a moment. Teleportation coming out from Brax. Brax once again finds himself low HP, can easily be on the receiving end of a death if Jet finds himself making a way over to that positioning. And with this being a round lost around Pyre, you got to think there's not much left for Team Sony E to save. So a move should be made rather soon, especially if Brax hears this one coming. He's looking in that direction.
It's interesting. I'm seeing in the chat to say that someone said this tournament was over before it started, but actually, Team Nothing was actually challenged in a very, very close match early on in play. Maybe they were, because simply they knew that they were going to move on. They didn't take their opposition seriously in Team Spaceline, but in group play, they were sent almost to the brink. But ever since then, they went over Team Myth. They went over, forgetting the other team, Team Cloaksy. So they were able to work their way through the playoffs in a very, very convincing fashion. But I thought that there was some hope that Team Nothing will get dethroned, but I just think the overall experience and as time goes on and the more they play together is a huge factor going forward. And it'll be interesting to see how we approach different code greens. If you like to give any feedback, please send us on the social media. We're always open to feedback in these future code greens. This is the Valorant Invitational presented by Cash App as we're getting closer and closer to the final moments here. Team Nothing with a 12-2 lead with only 2 agents going against 3. So you can't, I mean, hey, it's never over till it's over, Jacob.
Exactly, but I do like the players that they have alive, both Hiko and Sage, which is played by Skadoodle. So they have the support players. They have a little bit of opportunity here with Hiko. It's just a matter, I wonder how many slow orbs, how many walls they have left. Grego trying to make his way in, but he gets caught out. Hiko is going to go ahead and eliminate him. Spike is actually down on the ground, but Hiko gets taken out by BCJ thanks to that Sage wall with a little bit of a boost. Now Skadoodle takes half damage, gets taken out by BCJ. 1 round at a time.
He's already dead.
Is what Team Sony E is looking to do.
Yeah, that was I think that was a Phantom there, the AR. I really like that Silence AR. For those who don't know, the AR, the Vandal is usually the choice to pick because it doesn't have that much of a fall-off damage as the Phantom. But most of these weapons, like the ARs and the operators, I haven't seen a Guardian out here. Maybe at the group play stage, I think there was a couple Guardians, but a click to the head and it's over. That's a wrap. And we're very close to that's a wrap for Team Nothing here, trying to secure the top $12,000 donation for COVID-19 relief. And again, if you miss out on the viewer giveaway and you're out there using your cash tag, it is not working right now because the giveaway is complete. Please follow turn notifications, follow Cash App on Twitter, follow them on Instagram. And also, if you feel generous, you could donate 100 your bits and your subs going to Cash App. All those proceeds of profits goes to Gamer Outreach every month. But as you see here, there's it's a slower push, and maybe that's the thing against Team Nothing. Just kind of push at the very last second, make them use all their abilities, and oh my good, Lex just obliterates Brax right there. BCJ gets a pick themselves with the Phantom. Ska is getting some work with the Vandal and picks himself a 2-piece. Hiko gets a work and Ska gets the 3rd. There's 1 left, and that's Brimstone rocking, and that's the other Brimstone from Nothing using the Sheriff. Gonna try to lay down the law, throwing down fire into the sky. Smokes right there. Nothing picks up a Vandal. It's all but a wrap. 36 seconds here in the closing seconds here of the Code Green Valorant Invitational happening right now. B link is where the last defender, the last attacker, and big time 4-piece from Skadoodle. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your Code Green Valorant Invitational Champion, Team Nothing.
Yep, I kind of